What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. It's Ars. Let's get productive. So today I wanted to bring something to the channel that I think deserves a lot more light shined on it. Now, I've seen this thing pop up on my Instagram a few times. You may have seen it pop up on your Instagram a couple of times. It's by Skybox Audio, and it's the Hammers and Waves keyboard collection. Now, this thing is a beast when it comes to taking classic sounds like your keyboards, your upright pianos, all of these classic pianos, and taking it to the next level via granular synthesis, art modes, and all these different effects and different ways that you can tweak the sounds. Now, Hammers and Waves is a collection of 4 different contact instruments. You have acoustic, you have chime, you have electric, and you have prepared. There are subcategories of more instruments that you can play within each of those instruments. So you can purchase this thing as a bundle and get all 4 contact instruments, which is what I have, and I'm loving all 4 of those contact instruments. Or you can check out the individual instruments, whether it be electric, chime, prepared, acoustic, and you can purchase those individually. So without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. Skybox Audio, Hammers and Waves. Let's see what this thing is all about. So as always, I have Logic queued up, and this is Hammers and Waves. Now, like I said earlier, Hammers and Waves is a bundle comprised of 4 different contact instruments. So you have your prepared instruments, your electric instrument, chime, and acoustic. But my favorite is the electric instrument, which houses 2 different types of electric pianos. You have your EP200A and you have your Suitcase 73. So I'm gonna be doing this review to highlight everything I love about the electric instrument set, but all 4 of these instruments, and I'm not even kidding you, bro, all 4 of these instruments are fire. I've never heard pianos like this. I've never heard pianos manipulated and tweaked and just taken out of the stratosphere in this type of way. So I'd advise anybody that's watching this review right now, even though I'm going to be going over the electric instrument, please head over to the website and check out all of the other instruments under Hammers and Waves because they're all fire. If you head over to your contact player and you need the full version of contact in order to use this instrument, so anyone with the full version of contact, you're going to be able to go crazy with this. I'm going to go over the electric instrument. So I have the EP200A queued up right here, and we're going to just put some focus on that one in particular. Now, this is the UI for all of the Hammers and Waves instruments. They all have this kind of milky white, beautiful, clean look to it. It looks a little dreamy. It looks a little futuristic. And that is really what you're getting when you hear the sounds inside of this thing. All the sounds are dreamy, futuristic. They're all taking classic instruments like your electric piano, like your upright grand pianos, and they're just taking it to a whole nother level with this VST. So right here in the center display, you have a photo of the instrument that you're using and you're manipulating, and you'll see what I mean by manipulating, but you have a photo of the instrument you're using. In this case, it's the EP200A, it's the electric piano. Down underneath it, you have your source knob, your swarm knob, your modulation knob, and fractals, and you have a space knob over here. Up here in the top left corner, you click on that, you have your presets, and right next to any one of these presets, you can go down the scroll with the bar right over here. Next to any one of these presets, you see these dots. You can highlight these dots and add them to your favorites. Over here on the right side, you can kind of narrow down your search for the type of instrument that you're looking for via these tabs right here. You can just start clicking on them and it'll start to slowly bring down the categories of instruments that fit the category of tags that you're looking for. And you can just click the back arrow to get out of presets. This tab right here with the folder and the down arrow, that's where you're gonna be able to save your presets. And then right here, you have a settings category. Now, if you go down to the bottom of this list here, you see you have modulation, you have swarm, you have source, and you have fractals, and you have space. Now, all of these things represent a different effect, and you can dive deeper into each one of these effects just by clicking on the name. So you have a preset set of effects already set up for you. So this is what that keyboard sounds like with the effects that are on there now. And let's say I wanted to dive into the modulations. I can either use the preset effect and just turn up the mod wheel. or I can just hit modulation and I can dive in deeper into that modulation category and start making my changes and my adjustments the way I like. And I can just get out of that. I can go over to Swarm. Now, Swarm is a granular synthesis. So you can take all of these instruments that were recorded live and really just stretch the sample out and bend it and tweak it and turn it into something completely different with the built-in granular synthesis here. By making changes to it right here. So you can go out of that category. The source category is just your main set of settings. So this category right here, source, is where you're going to be able to take the instrument that was recorded and then just completely shape it to sound the way you want it to sound. So you could play with the shift. You could change the color of it, the shape, the octave. You have fractals, and fractals is like your arpeggiator. You can go into the fractals menu, and it's like a next level arpeggiator. You can do all sorts of things with this. And just turn fractals up. And then you have space, and space is exactly what it sounds like. You have your next level verb here and your next level delay, and you can dive in deeper into the category of reverb and delay, or you can just play with the knob here and just use the preset that's already selected for that instrument and just turn it up. Really beautiful, cool sounding stuff. Now, this is just one instrument I'm playing with, and what you could do with one instrument is next level. But there's over 500 different presets in here, and you can do all sorts of different things with it. So, for example, you could go to this Phase 45 instrument. This is what the instrument sounds like, just the preset itself. And you can hear how beautiful and live that sounds just by itself. If you didn't want to add anything extra to it and take it to any kind of new heights, you didn't have to. But if you wanted to, you can play with fractals and play with the arpeggiator, and you get things like this. That's just one instrument, and that's just one tweak of the knob. And you, like I said, you can dive in deeper and do even more creative things with it. You can go over to Swarm, to the granular synthesis, and play around with that. And it's that simple. It's that simple with every instrument. So no matter what instrument you purchase under the Hammers and Waves bundle, they all come with this really easy to use, cool, simple UI, and they make it super simple for you to take classic sounds to a whole nother level. Just to give you an example, we're gonna come back to the electric set of instruments, but I'm gonna just give you an example of another set of instruments under the Hammers and Waves bundle. And we're going to go over to Prepared, and we're going to use the Obscura Grand piano. So we're going to load that one up in Contact. And here we go. And now we can just take a listen to what this sounds like. Just beautiful live sounding pianos. It's amazing how live and how great this stuff sounds. We can turn up fractals. Beautiful. You could go through the presets of this one. This one is called Alien Rainforest. And you can hear what happens with all of the aftertouch of the sound. You can hear all of the different layers that are tucked underneath that main grand piano to really bring these sounds to life. Ooh. Dream Machine. I love using fractals. I'm gonna turn fractals up. And like I said, that's not even my favorite instrument in the bundle. This is just like, I just wanted to show you guys just really quickly without going through every single one of the instruments in the bundle that this thing is full of amazing presets and amazing sounds and amazing opportunities to take what they have to a whole nother level. So now I'm going to take us back to the electric instrument under the Hammers and Waves bundle, and we're going to go through some of the presets inside of electric. So let's check out some of these presets and just hear what they sound like. So this first one here is the EP200A Default. You can scroll forward in the presets. You have Ambient Pulsar. I really love the electric instrument on the Hammers and Waves. Like, this is really my favorite just because there's so many different types of sounds inside of this thing, and you can really do a lot and really work in a lot of different genres with the type of presets that are loaded up in this. The sounds in this thing is crazy. And if I wanted to, I could click on source. Let's say I wanted to adjust the color of the instrument. I can just turn that down. I can adjust the shape. There we go. Add some fractals to it. And like that, those little adjustments that I just made to that instrument made it a completely different instrument. And now I'm gonna save it as a preset. So I would just go right up here to the top, click that down arrow. I'm gonna change the name to Ars Dream. And I'm gonna save it. And just like that, I have it saved as Ars Dream, and that is my sound now. Now, We're gonna go through a few more presets just so you can get a little bit more of a taste of what's inside of this thing. So as you can hear, it's not, even though it's all using an electric piano, this is all coming from the same EP200 electric piano, but the way the sound is being tweaked, you're getting so many different textures and so many different layers of interesting sounds coming out of this thing. I mean, this one right here just sounds like a beautiful, lush pad. And you have everything inside of this thing. And inside of this one instrument, you have everything from electric pianos to pads to even things that sound like plucks and things that sound like leads, all coming from this one piano just because of what you can do via granular synth and all of these different effects. This is an amazing instrument. And I have to say, this is one of the best bundles I've purchased in a long time. All four of these instruments are fire. So what we're gonna do right now, without wasting any more time, we're gonna get right into the hookup. I'm gonna show you guys a beat I made using the Hammers and Waves suite. Now, I think I used 1, 2, 3. I use about 5 different versions of this instrument on this beat. So pretty much every single sound you hear coming out of this beat are instruments that come from the Hammers and Waves bundle, whether it be the electric instrument or the acoustic. It's all coming from the Hammers and Waves bundle. I think there's like 2 instruments that's not coming from the Hammers and Waves bundle. So we're gonna check this beat out. Quick disclaimer, like I say all the time, this beat is not mixed, but this is just to help you get an idea of some of the interesting things you can create using Hammers and Waves. So let's check this thing out. Let's see what it's sounding like. And that's it. That's the beat I made using the Hammers and Waves bundle, specifically the electric instrument set. And I gotta say, I can't emphasize this enough. This thing is a preset beast. Now, it deals specifically in classic categories of instruments like your electric piano, your grand pianos, acoustic sounds, but it takes that to a whole nother level with how hands-on it allows you to be with the effects, with the modulations, with the granular synth. You can really take these sounds to a whole nother level, and the type of effects it has are top notch. So it's not like basic reverbs or a basic sounding arpeggiator. It's all things with its own Hammers and Waves unique twist, its own Hammers and Waves unique twist sounded arpeggiator, and its own Hammers and Waves unique twisted sounding granular synth. And it just really takes these sounds to outer worldly levels. I'm loving so many of the presets in this thing. Now, because I purchased the bundle, I haven't gone through all of the presets. And there's certain instruments in here that I haven't even really played with yet. But I'm still having fun with the electric instrument. So if I'm having this much fun with the electric one, I can't wait till I go to acoustics. I can't wait to check any of those things out. This is definitely an instrument that I think you guys should check out. Now, like I said earlier, it's a bundle. And I think the bundle comes in at a little over $300. It's definitely a little expensive. It's like upper 300 range, but definitely worth the price. Like when it comes to top-notch instruments, this is up there. It's definitely worth the 300. But even if you didn't want to spend 300, you can buy any one of the 4 instrument categories, like whether it be the electric, or it be the chime category, or it be the acoustic category. You can purchase any one of those categories for a little over $100. So you could pick your favorite and save money as opposed to buying the entire bundle. But whichever direction you decided to go with this thing, it's going to be worth it. This is a top-notch instrument. So let me know what you guys think. Is this something that you think you'll be checking out? Don't forget to leave a comment down in the category section and let me know any new plugins or VSTs that you would like to see me bring to this channel. And as always, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you can stay notified anytime I drop a new video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.